we have Dells versus Pofke up next from Group O. And these two are a couple of very strong players. So I'm very excited to see this match. Going to be pretty high-level Spy Party. Very likely. Pofke is, of course, extremely brutal on Sniper, and it's honestly probably one of the best snipers in the game, if not the best currently. So, going to be hard pressed to get any kind of wins by him. But Dells is no slouch himself. And let me just get to these games. Alright, I'm going to see Dells on the Spy side of Library, first of all.
As our glorious Taft, yes.
Okay. And let's get on over into the game.
Also, Smallman Amber.
Smallman Amba, indeed. I believe Dells randoms Amba.
Still, I like the power play.
For sure. It's always fun to see unorthodox ambassadors. All right, Dells on the Spy side playing as Taft in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
And we're just gonna chill at this bus, waiting for the party to settle down.
Yeah, maybe looking for ST. Dells taking a really high spy camera angle, which is interesting. It kind of makes it hard, makes it hard harder to see the party. It feels like, but Dells makes it work. He does pay a lot of attention to the party typically, so even with that high camera angle, he's getting information.
We're just gonna innocently put this book back, and I presume now we're gonna aim over to get a flirt, except that some nice bouncing. I like this.
Yeah, we are going to go in for our first flirt here, looks like, next to General. 51%, very nice.
And an immediate stop, talk, and leave.
I approve. I approve for sure. It's always good to get that flirt done really quickly. And General doesn't want it. It could do a wrong arm bug here, but I think General would bounce us out of that, so it's probably better that we didn't take it. And General turns around. General turns around on us. He doesn't want to follow. So, but there, look at this. We do have a couple of highlights here. Ooh, a couple of interesting lowlights from Pofke. I usually don't see, speculative lowlights from Pofke, but we do have 2 of those already this set, this game rather. And we've taken out a quick book from Yellow. Pofke was completely on the other side for that entire time when we grabbed that book. So I wouldn't be surprised to see this book go back into green bookshelf or something like that. We could get that done very well here.
We were at Yellow innocently earlier, and I don't know whether that makes much of a difference to whether we'll get credit for a transfer here.
Yeah, it might actually hurt our chances, for sure. If, you have Pofke kind of somewhere back in his memory banks think, oh, Taft was at Yellow, even if it's just crediting like an animation microfilm, something like that, it could hurt our chances compared to just completely being unseen. And we are going to go into blue books here with Ambassador and Toby on the right side. Dells is playing with a very, very strong awareness of what Pofke's going to be looking at. And, for the most part, Pofke's going to be looking at Bug. You can trust him on that. Anywhere the Ambassador is, if you're not where the Ambassador is, you're going to get a lot less attention.
So we've gotten our 2 green flirt and a nice clean transfer, and we've still got 2 minutes to find our last 2 missions, and it seems like pacing's pretty good.
Yeah, Inspect swap into Contact wouldn't be the worst idea here, I think. In fact, Contact just split into center statues could be very, very strong. We're going to be finishing at about 130, but Pofke is definitely able to shoot for these early finishes. I know that very well. I've played Pofke quite a few times, and he's always the worst. He's the worst to play. We do pick up the highlight as we go into center statues, and of course, Pofke is going to be watching for this swap. It's going to need to be a green test if we want to get away with it, but look at this. Dells obviously hyper aware of the fact that Pofke is going to be watching this. And in fact, we don't even finish up these inspects.
2 white tests and relatively fast animations, yeah, make it a bit difficult. So I wonder whether now the play is to go statue to statue or find some other way of finishing.
It might be statue to statue because, what else are you going to do here, it feels like? I don't know that... I mean, you're already being credited with full inspects. You need to get those inspects at some point. And now the finish is a little bit more generic, a little bit more regular spy timing, and that might be an issue, especially when Pofke is just so good at watching for those last few missions. Yeah, we go into these statues now. Get the final inspect, but look at this Pofke staring down the swap. It's going to be a white test. We do have Taft, probably the best swap blocker in the game. Can Pofke shoot for not even seeing this? Puts down the statue, and Dells gets away with the spy win!
We got so lucky there. We got the low animation. There was Oprah walking past at the time. That was just beautifully blocked.
Yeah, that is one of the big reasons you want to play Taft. That inspect swap on library, back-facing statues, it can be so hard to shoot, especially since Pofke didn't have the microfilm. If Pofke were a little bit more suspicious of Taft there, I think he's able to take that shot, but Dells just manages to make it so he's not willing, and wow, what an impressive game from Dells to take a spy win on the library against one of the best snipers in the game. Now the question is, can Dells hold his own library sniper and take an early lead here? That's the big question.
And we will find out, I guess.
All right. Pofke on the spy side as Seek. In 3, 2, 1, playing him.
And no Swarm and Amber reverse pick. I'm slightly sad.
No, Pofke goes with a consistent ambassador.
And just sitting in conversation, waiting for people to settle down. We're not going for any kind of early cheese. Sari is still busy bouncing around this party.
Yeah, Pofke does tend to play early games quite passively. No fireworks here in the spy play, but despite a fairly consistently paced spy, not mixing it up that often, he does execute his spy play quite well, so it's always something you've got to watch out for. You can never be calm against Pofke's spy. He's usually going to finish.
Our ST just came right next to us. We've hit a green flare.
I see we're getting the Vergers treatment, yeah.
Yeah, but we get a nice free 51%. We're not going to complain.
Yeah, no one complains about their ST coming to them ever. All right.
And we're just chilling at windows, enjoying the view. It is a pretty library.
Yeah, it is. All of the venues are pretty. We have established that, of course, Terrace is the prettiest, but this is a very nice one as well. We do pick up a fingerprint off this green book, and this is pretty typical of Pofke, that early fingerprint, these subtle, softer tells early on before finding an opportunity later in the game. And Dells, I'd say, is probably a little bit weaker on the fingerprints relative to most missions. So it's not a bad option as far as opponent-wise goes for Pofke either.
And we've just sidled in next to our seduction target and hit another green flirt, and we're done with flirt.
Yeah, very nice to have that flirt done. Wonder what our next option is going to be. Ambassador going into statue is indeed going into statue. I wouldn't be surprised to see just like a contact with print inspects swap from Pofke, or a bug with print and inspects. It's a very, very typical Pofke game, but it also can be so strong.
We're not going to take the behind pillar reject. We're just going to sit here.
Well, oh, that bug. That bug is so good. It's a reverse drive-by, but Pofke knows that if you just stood there for that reverse drive-by, it would be very, very bad, because the arm would stick out for a long time. So he walks with the ambassador to hide the rest of that arm and get an arm facing away from the sniper, hidden by the ambassador. What a nice bug from Pofke. And he is going to go for this timeout here, because despite that beautiful bug, he is running a little bit low on time. There is, of course, a print available on one of the statues on the right side of the venue, but it is being smoked by Salmon, actually. So yeah,
I really like this time. The time ad timing is nice too. Everyone was busy moving in this party, and it's plenty of people at windows, and it so far looks like hasn't really been seen.
Yeah, for sure. It's a very strong spy game from Pofke, and this is what I mean. Like, he's gonna do something like inspect prints bug contact seduce, and he's gonna make you catch that bug or shoot for formations on library, and it's so hard to play against sometimes, even if it is a fairly consistent strategy. But he executes those bugs so well. Executes everything about his spy play just really smoothly, and that's the strength of Pofke's spy.
And here we're finishing prints.
Yeah, now just the contact remaining.
And it doesn't really look like we're being paid that much attention to. We've got this highlight, but it's a center statue.
Ooh, we walked really far when Ambassador was reading. We should have put that down a lot earlier if Ambassador was reading. I wonder if Dell's noticed that.
I mean, does Dells have 10k games? Maybe Dells understands the briefcase.
Yeah, that's one of the things that you need to realize as a spy. If the Ambassador is not returnable, you need to put that briefcase down, and in that case, the Ambassador simply was not returnable, but it doesn't seem like Dells really noticed that fact from Pofke, and we are going to step in with the double agent. It is going to be a contact for mission win countdown. Does Dells have enough on us to take the shot?
This contact isn't looking amazing, and that might be the thing that it's a little bit tricky. We're going to have to just take it. It's a green, and Dells is taking low lights. He's not lining up a shot. We're being stared at.
Yeah, I think because we had Toby nearby, but it's just too late. You're not going to get that shot out of Dells. Very, very clean spy game. Let's take another look at this bug, because that was really beautiful. It is a little bit on screen here, but this is very, very instructive, I think, for how you can find really strong bugs. We see the Ambassador coming in, and he takes this bug, and then he starts walking along with the Ambassador to hide it. It's just so cleanly executed, and that's what makes Pofke so strong. It's just visible for just a moment as the arm extends.
It's very beautiful. Nice bugs, just they're an art.
Yeah. Beautiful bugs are beautiful indeed. And that is going to mean that despite a really nice spy game from Dells, Pofke strikes back with one of his own, and it is going to remain tied up going into Courtyard. Dells on Smallman on the spy side. In 3, 2, 1, playing it.
And we're just gonna
just jump right into statues.
I approve.
Swap? Swap indeed. Immediate swap. He cheeses that statue down. I think Pofke probably noticed that. But yeah, no, I mean, at the very least, we've been a highlight for getting that statue. So there's no way we get away with this swap, I think, at that point. It was a very prospective play from Dells, but it's something that you need to do if you're going to be playing Pofke on Courtyard. I think the main downside to that play is that the sniper's often going to be rotating anyways to memorize those statues, so doing a cheese swap like that early on in the game just isn't going to be that helpful. And we do see one low light. Yeah, here come the waves. Pofke knows exactly who this is. It's one of two now. Or maybe it's one more than that, or just Pofke's being a little bit patient and taking these low lights. But yeah, it looks like
our statue drop was on screen, but I don't know if it was noticed, because if it was, we would surely be dead by now.
Yeah, I think that definitely got missed. And we are bringing it down to everyone except for the statue visitor. So maybe Pofke's not exactly sure on which person was at which statue here for that swap. But still, it's a rough place to be at, especially when you don't even have the inspects. You got to highlight for those inspects, and you don't have them.
Surely it's not going to really hurt us that much having to go back to statues. We've already got our statue highlight. over completing statues isn't gonna hurt us too badly.
I agree. It's not that bad if we go back to statues, but Taft splits from our contact. That's really, really bad for us. Now there's only one other person who has the inspects, who also has this statue highlight. But I think we are gonna be the shot here most likely if we find a last flirt. Gonna go back into statues here to finish them up. Or even, rather, start them, because we didn't get any of them at all last time.
Well, we're not getting shot. So at this point, basically we need to get shot on our flirt, because if we'd managed to 2-green this, we would be in mission win countdown now.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm going to take a nice, respectful position, but I'm not sure if it matters. It is low on the clock, so we get this flirt done. Does Pofke take the shot? Yes, he does. And it's a little bit of a question. You know, if we hit that 2-green flirt, do we win? Yeah, I think we do. But Pofke had decided to hold up until we found that last flirt. I think that was the decision that he made, and he stuck to it, and he managed to take the shot. Very nice sniper game from Pofke.
It's also a little bit galling as spy to know that you could have won that game by clicking a green.
Yeah, I mean, our first flirt was 51%. Our second flirt was actually also a green test, but a cross conversation. So if you'd taken a closer flirt, we could have won that game.
Yeah, that's a little unfortunate.
But that does mean Pofke takes a slight lead, but needs to convert it into an actual lead coming out of courtyard. We'll see if he can do that on the spy side. In 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Both these spies happy to just find a place to settle in early on in game and wait for things to settle.
Well, that wasn't really visible because of sniper angle, but that was never going to take. I'm not sure what Pofke... That was very prospective.
Yeah, what I was going to say is, unlike the previous set, where we were chasing seduction targets all over the venue for the first 30 seconds, both spies here have been quite happy to just sit and wait. And then a bug happens, so that assertion has been proven false.
Interesting take on this fake BB here from Pofke. I kind of like it. You only gave away, what, 1 low light here, but then we immediately white purloin. No.
But Dels isn't looking like he's amazingly sure. I mean, either he's not particularly sure, or he's so sure that he's not bothering to take highlights and lowlights.
Yeah, that is absolutely one of the things he could be doing right now.
Pofke just sculling the string.
It's a wonder he's not walking, back and forth, wobbling around.
I mean, I presume we've gone to this empty conversation to have another excuse to sip at the end of our idle to have our hands free again.
Yeah, but we have no flirt progress, and as probably one of us, very likely the top suspect in this game, how are you going to get flirt done with no progress yet?
Time ad? It's not really a great time for it, but it's going to be a little bit... I mean, at this point we have to just give up on flirt, surely.
Yeah, I don't know what you can do here. So hard to tell what Pofke's path to victory here after that purloin is. I think that maybe he's just waiting and hoping that someone gets shot. He might be committing to a timeout, actually, after that purloin. Once you take that white purloin, you've taken the fake contact, so it's reasonable to believe that there's some possibility that Dels thinks, okay, I need to take a shot on some other AI that goes into statues, right? So it's not a terrible play after you've taken, become the biggest suspect in the game. It's a little bit unlikely to work, but mission completing is just almost impossible at this point as well. Another contact, another fake for us. But that's just knocking out 2 more statue visitors. I don't think it's going to happen.
No, we're just here. Dels seems happy to hold. He's not jumpy.
Yeah. I think it was a fairly smart idea for Pofke to slow down and commit to this timeout. but it's just so hard to win that game in any case, no matter what happens there.
White purloin on courtyard is not fun.
No, it doesn't really help. So Dells and Pofke trade sniper wins on courtyard. Now on to this next game. It's gonna be ballroom. It's gonna be beautiful.
Yes, very very unbiased casting here.
I have never claimed to be unbiased. Okay. Never once. I am the most biased person in this community, and Barm is the best.
Right, cool. Glad we've established this.
All right, Dells on the spy side, on ballroom, as Kane in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
And it's gonna be useless conversation to start out.
Once again. Dells immediately wants to go get this print, though. Really early print here. And immediately gets highlight for it. Look at that. And Dells has to have felt that. I think Pofke is definitely kind of aware of... Oh, are we trying to split from this conversation? We are. Look at that. We split out from the contact. It's actually a really good contact, weirdly enough, despite like the fact that we kind of did it for the split. You know, if we hadn't got highlight by Pofke for that briefcase and kind of aggressiveness, I feel really good about our spot.
We didn't catch the low light, but that's still a very nice split and also mission progress.
Break an animation to sip there, but I don't think really Pofke shoots for those kind of things.
Now, would you be trying to, if you know you've been highlight for that briefcase, do you try to finish prints at all, or do you just give up at that point?
I think I'd be looking for something that's really well cooked. But it's hard to say that you know, it's hard to give up on prints after that, because then you'd have been a highlight for what is effectively nothing.
In the end of red.
Another contact, a fake here, this time giving away one more low light. Wheels was already low lit for something else, looks like. I think it was for a briefcase anti-tail, if I saw that correctly. But it is a nice fake from Dells here. And it is going to be a green test purloin, but Pofke is good at catching those. But we will need to find one more print. Himba might actually take this, and if she does, we could just call Toby back. Yeah, here comes the take from Ambassador. The problem is, we don't have any chain behind us, so we need to get the print off this drink, I think, to have a chance at winning here. Duke takes. List is seen gone, but I think that was before Duke took. This has got to be offered to us. Take this drink and go for the last print.
Is this not illegal?
Oh, it is. Oh, it is. It certainly is. But if he can hit this print, I think Dells is clean. I think Dells wins. But he doesn't! Oh, no! Oh, that's so tragic, because look at this. Look at this. Pofke's just not willing to take this shot. And yet, now we're going for this final print here on the briefcase. Does Pofke take this one? We're now on mission win countdown. Oh, is Dells... Did Dells... Oh my god, Dells actually got away with this. Despite being a highlight for that first fingerprint, it wasn't as tragic as all that, because despite the fact that we missed the difficult fingerprint on this drink, Pofke was just too suspicious of other people, too careful around other potential finishes, that Dells gets away with those prints.
And to be fair, that purloin had quite a chain on it. And so, despite it seeming like we were a little bit doomed when Ambassador took, we get away with it.
Yeah, very nice game from Dells there. I like the ideas behind it. We with the split and the fake, you really had some nice opportunities to distract the sniper and to put different ideas other than you being the spy into their head. Dells as a spy is incredibly good, I find, at manipulating what the sniper is actively thinking at any given point and using that against them. That is what makes his spy so dang scary. The actual tells that he completes, I think, aren't as strong as Pofke's, but he's just so good at knowing exactly what timings, exactly what to do, just to get that last bit of suspicion away from him so we can complete those missions. Very, very nice play out of Dells here to find that spy win. And now Pofke on the back foot a little bit, needs to find another spy win of his own to keep it even. We'll see if he can do it as Sorry in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
And here we go. Another bug? That's a bug. We just crash bug Ember and sit and chill in the conversation, and we're not highlight, and everything is fine.
I guess we did that.
Center statues? Wayo!
I mean,
Off we go.
I mean, against a high level sniper, center statues after a clean bug, you're gonna win. It's just gonna happen.
Yeah, I mean,
we'll see if
sure,
Dells is more onto this than we think.
I'm sure you're loving every aspect of the spy play here.
I like the bug for sure, and the inspect is not a bad choice because now you just need contact flirt to be complete. And does Dells just shoot you for contact flirt? It's really hard to say, especially when you're doing these statues at a kind of non-suspicious time.
Yeah, I really like getting the statues done early, and having that flirt progress means we're in a good place.
Pofke, why'd you stop, buddy?
Getting stuck on things generally a bad idea.
What did it get stuck on though? Oh, this is why you flirt before you take the book.
If we hadn't got stuck, we might have got there in time. Oh, this is a little bit unfortunate now.
Yeah, it is a tad awkward. We still need, flirt contact, but now the fact is we need to return to our ST twice more to finish up our flirt, and that could get us paired and potentially shot, especially when we're flirting at bookcases and then windows.
Well, we don't really have much choice to do anything else, given how active our ST has been.
Yeah, active as he immediately reads twice at windows.
Yeah, and DA is spending a lot of time out of conversation, and it's looking like this amazing bug is going to be a little bit down to the wire now if we're trying to soft tail finish this.
Yeah, I mean, we're hoping that the double agent joins the conversation here. Oh, but look at that. The ambassador bounces near us. That's not the most fun thing in the world. But we do have the double agent in conversation. You need to take this before you do flirt, I think. Because you can get your flirt pretty much anywhere that your ST lands. But contact's got to be in a conversation. Here comes that banana bread. But look at how bad this is. So many lowlights for Del to take. But you still need one more flirt. So I don't think Pofke is liable to get shot here. So just, despite the fact that you have so many lowlights, you don't need to do anything else other than flirt. You got this long flirt across conversation. There's just no way we die for this. And the bug does indeed, despite coming down to the wire a little bit, does indeed carry us through.
Yeah, just despite our ST being so keen on reading, we can get there.
Let's take a look at this bug again. Oh, that actually ended up really nice. Look at this. So much cover, and it is a wrong arm bug too. And it just kind of works. I kind of hate that it works, but it works. Like, it just gets in range of the ambassador for just long enough for it to take. Those are some of the most dangerous bugs, especially because it feels like, as a sniper, it feels like, look at this. Look at how little time Sorry spends near the ambassador here, and yet gets that bug. It feels like you should just not be able to get that bug there. And it's so hard to credit that. It works out so well for Pofke. It's just so good at executing that.
Yeah, that's a deserved win.
Yeah, for sure. Dell's now on the spy side with Swap and Purloin on. Transfer Fingerprint are the missions that we have off here on these high-rise setup. Dell's spawning the ambassador. We'll see what he can do in 3, 2, 1, playing it. AI controls past the ambassador. No bug taken.
I'm slightly sad, but we're playing Pofke. We're not getting credit for this.
Yeah, and I mean, actually, Pofke does tend to credit bugs quite a bit. If you can't see it, he will. If he can't say that you didn't bug, he will credit that bug. But as a rule, if it's just a normal walking bug, he's gonna be able to say, okay, that wasn't a bug. He's quite good at that. So
And
fingerprints
we
are
are
off.
zooming here.
Fingerprints are off, and despite that, we're grabbing a briefcase.
Well, it has meant that our flirt cooldown has expired nice and quick. And
Yeah.
we got a green flirt, and it looks like we were gonna... Oh.
Awkward.
We were gonna go try and finish with a green
And now
flirt.
we're
It
at
looks-
blue bookcase while everyone is in conversation for a perfect contact. This is not where you want to be.
Yeah. Yeah, missing pads is never fun.
Missing pads and missing opportunities. Look at this. Now the conversations start breaking up. Everyone starts leaving. Oh no. It was such a beautiful contact, and suddenly it's not.
And of course, just as we leave books, our ST comes back to books.
I'm
It's always the
surprised we
way.
didn't put this book back. I don't like having this book in our hands. And we do end up taking this contact, but we're the only two reels now, compared to before.
And
If you're Pofke and you're paying attention, you wonder why didn't this contact come off earlier? You know, why wasn't this perfect contact taken? It's because maybe that one person who was out could have been a spy.
Yeah, and now I feel like we're in a bit of a rough spot where
Oh, we
across
take the
from our
bug, but Pofke is all over it. Yeah, I mean, I like the attempt from Dells, but it's just something that Pofke's staring at constantly. It's like 90% of Pofke's gameplay is watch bug.
We're also breaking talk animation all to do it, which can make it a little more noticeable.
I agree. I really try hard a lot of the time to wait until I'm done with an idol to take a bug.
Still, that game was a little bit unlucky for us.
Yeah, a bit unfortunate that we were just out of conversation for that perfect opportunity, but Pofke taking the win there. This set has been neck and neck so far. Will one of the players be able to break away, or will it stay the same down the stretch? Pofke is going to try to answer that question for us as Pearls. In 3, 2, 1, playing it. We have swap inspects off. Oh, what the? I'm upset. I'm upset that I am.
That Pofke is making such sick bugs.
I am upset about how good Pofke is at bugging.
Yeah, so Pofke just has to flirt and contact, and the AI just doesn't have to hate him, and we should be good.
Yeah, pretty much.
And I mean, there's a risk. We've got 2 minutes 40. If the AI are particularly horrible to us, no one's going to get shot for completing statues, since statues are entirely useless in this setup. But I don't know. I can't quite see that happening.
Yeah. But, you know, we're just going to timer floor here, right? Just 85%. Now we just need the contact. Double Agent's going to join the other conversation, so I imagine we go join her there.
Yeah, well, we've...
Why are we faking? Why? Wait. But Pofke, just join the other conversation, man.
In the red.
Oh no.
That's 2 lowlights available.
The ambassador is
Yep.
nearby us, and Pofke doesn't like it. Pofke immediately bails. He does not want the ambassador nearby to give him bug credit.
And we're going to Windows. We're not going to just join the other conversation. Are we wanting to get flirt done before contact?
I don't know.
Is there a
I'm
reason?
not sure. But are the double agent now leaves? Suddenly I'm concerned. Like, if the double agent just stays out, Dells could get a gift here from the party.
And on high rise, it is not unknown for the double agent to just find things to do for an entire minute.
Yeah, this could be really bad here for Pofke. In fact, he could end up needing to Purloin, but the double agent's in conversation. You need to go there now before she ends her cycle. I think so. Okay, no. Okay, someone got there before she ends her idle cycle. So now we just have... Wait, fingerprint? Wait, what? Is it a green fingerprint on this drink? No, double agent! But now we have the fingerprint out. That green
This is such an
fingerprint could save
emotional
us.
ride.
But the briefcase is being taken. We needed to take these contacts earlier, Pofke. Surely we don't lose this game.
Amber's putting a book back.
Amber's putting a book back. Amber's putting a book back. We have the opportunity to go in for print here. We need to take it now. Pofke, please.
We're back.
Pofke, please. Take the print. Oh, the double agent goes into books. It's gonna be a difficult print. You can't wait on that, Pofke. No. Oh, Pofke. Oh no! Fingerprint! It's a red test! No! No!
Oh. Okay, that's kind of sad. Look, the DA had things to do. She needed to look at art and educate herself with books and
We had so many opportunities to win that game, and Pofke just takes too long. We didn't move into the other conversation for the fake. We could have taken that contact for about 10 seconds with our DA there. We could have gone into the books before it became difficult, but none of those things happened, and Pofke runs out of time. It's tragic, but it's really kind of on Pofke.
Ophi is upset and just throwing knives in all directions.
And Dells was most certainly gifted. Oh, in there. But Pofke was like, look at this bug. Grumble.
I'm admiring that bug. I'm just gonna. I can't have envy for something that beautiful. It's just
like so one of the most important things is one, when we trigger this, he's not walking towards us at the moment. He's still bouncing off of Duke, and then he walks into painting pad. So he's not walking straight past us. If you were walking straight past us with no bouncing, that bug never takes. That bug can never take with anybody if it's just walking straight past with no bouncing. But there was just enough bouncing there, and we managed to get the bug triggered early on, and it's just beautiful. But we failed to convert. Oh, man.
Prints can lead to tragic spy game endings. Yes, they can.
All right. Dell's still in it. Still tied up with Pofke here. On the spy side of Modern. In 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Dells is sorry, so standing bug coming right up at some point, please? I've been enjoying these bugs. It's nice watching people who can actually do bugs. It's a pretty...
Early flirt, sure. I wouldn't try to do anything with this book, though. There's just not enough activity around the party. Dells disagrees.
It's a very spread out party. There's a couple people at bar, a couple people doing statues, a bunch of people in conversation. It's very well represented, which seems unusual for early game Modern.
Yeah, that is a little bit unusual, I'd say. We usually have like a big pile up at bar, or a bunch of statue visitors, that kind of thing. Or just completely nothing at all and everyone's in conversation, which is never fun.
Banana bread.
Fake contact, but we're in with the SDA. Oh. That's so tragic.
That's a little bit unfortunate. And
that's so tragic. And we give away quite a few lowlights. That's 4.
I think there might have been more available, but 4 have been taken, and that's a decent amount, especially when you have to take a reel later. I imagine we'll be aiming to follow Smallman when he settles. Or not, since he's just gonna go basically as far as you can get from us.
Yeah, this is why some people don't like playing Sorry or Pearls on Modern. Modern's a big old venue.
Yeah, it's also a venue without any painting pads. You kind of have to decide where you're going, and then you're committed for the entire run of this venue. There's nowhere handy to just stop and take a breath.
Having trouble with aerobics there, Scout?
Am I?
Gotta stop and take a breath walking across a house.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We're gonna put this back into blue. No! Putting it all the way back into green. I was tricked by Dells here, but we are putting this back correctly in... Wait. Do you have time to do this?
We had nice cover.
I mean,
It's
we
just gonna be
did, but now we have to go back to another bookcase. We've spent so long doing nothing with this book.
So
In the red.
Oh, we're just splitting out of this contact.
there's another ton of lowlights available, but Pofke not taking
Yeah, Pofke's
any?
not really taking any... Do we go for this bug here? No, we don't.
And that's
Oh,
probably
now
good,
we
'cause that
do.
was the-
Now we do. It's clean. It's clean. Pofke didn't see it.
It was being so stared at when we joined conversation and then just not looked at.
Wow, what an incredible timing from Dells, but now we need to get one more mission. Honestly, I would have abandoned microfilm. I'd go for a purloin. That just feels so much stronger, but Dells might be going into blue bookcase. I don't know if I like this. You can abandon the fact that you have this green microphone pocket. You don't have to complete it. You're not obligated, Dells. But look at this. We're being stared down for this. Pofke, with us in view, there's nothing else he's watching. Surely Dells doesn't go for this. You have to be aware of the fact that he's watching, and yeah. One of the biggest tells a sniper is watching for microfilm, pretty much universally, is the sniper laser just goes completely still. Because for all other things, snipers can see things, you know, while moving, but microfilm can be really difficult while moving. And Dells, I think, needed to realize you don't have to complete this microfilm. You can instead go for a purloin, something like that. That's a little bit more... That has a little bit more uncertainty for Pofke there.
And the other thing to note is that this party is pretty narrowed down by this point. If Pofke hadn't managed to get quite so many lowlights, it might have still been more viable, but close on half the party is lowlight at this point.
Yeah, I mean, it's... With Pofke giving us that much attention, we might have been dead anyways, but I really just do think that you don't have to go back to books. You can just try for a purloin, try for something else, make it a little bit more likely that someone else gets shot instead of you, or you just don't get shot within a countdown. But with microfilm, you got that hard tell, you got that animation. Pofke's completely certain, and it is going to be Pofke winning that sniper game on Modern.
Especially after that bug was so beautiful.
Alright. Pofke on Teal on the spy side. We'll see if he can break away. He was really close on high rise, but failed to convert. We'll see if he can do it this time. And 3, 2, 1, playing it.
And we're gonna... yep, it's time for the good old ST chase around the venue. Giving up on meeting her way out at windows, and it's just gonna sit here.
Green
And
test,
time ad.
Nice. I like it.
We weren't being looked at all. I like it.
It is solid. And our ST joins us.
Yeah, suddenly, I mean, maybe the AI are feeling bad after that high-rise game and are deciding to
Look, I
give
wouldn't
us
feel
a
bad.
little
I
bit of
wouldn't feel
favor.
bad for Pofke about that one. He had opportunities. And then, well, as tragic as it is, he had opportunities to finish out that high-rise game and he just didn't take them.
Wow, we are casting knives today.
Look, I call it like I see it, Scout. If you have the opportunities and you don't take them, well, you know, I can't be weeping too hard about your AI luck.
Wow. Well, we're doing the good old teal book take. I
Teal book
imagine-
take into green, yes.
Yeah. You just and we're getting this nice white flirt. We haven't seen many white flirts, to be honest, in the set.
Yeah, high green.
But we're now at 6. Yeah. We've got decent progress. We've still got this time ad and time to sit around and cook this book.
Yeah. We do indeed have that time.
kind of snuggled up with our ST.
It does seem like
I
we're
feel
going to
like
be
we
time floating this, yeah. Or not. We stayed here for so long, and yet, instead, I don't. Why? Wait.
window
What?
visit.
What? Wait. Hold on.
Uh,
I gotta say, I'm not sure why we're here.
cooking books.
Cooking books, is a thing that gets done
Nice
sometimes.
bouncing.
I mean, it's
I
nice balance. We're gonna join the conversation with our ST and the double agent. Very convenient. I think we need
And
to
this
be a
would
little
be
bit closer, but we need a green test of the fort complete, and we do hit it.
This would be a beautiful was going to be a beautiful contact. And so now we're going to wait and try to get this
Oh.
contact. Oh. So now we kind of need to get rid of this book and do some other things while we wait for DA to get back in conversation.
Oh yes, I think this is gonna go back. Apparently not going with the color, the teal color supremacy here, by going from blue to green based on teal's coloring, instead of just going straight into red. What heresy!
I know. I'm now very slightly hoping we're going to see Pofke get shot for this rampant breaking of the rules.
Yeah, you can't just return wrong to red as teal. What is that?
I know, right?
Not when you have blue and green right next to each other.
So we're going to get a delegate, I presume.
Yeah, delegate into contact would be a very strong finish here. Or contact and delegate, one of these two things. We do need to get our contact done, though. Pofke is gonna just run. Oh, no! No! Not like this.
We didn't quite get there in time. She was reading, but not long enough.
Alright, we need to send off this delegate soon, or else it just won't take.
So, presumably we've got some kind of delegate target lined up.
I just send it off to whoever. It's fine. Although, look at how many people are going to bar. I don't think this is going to take now. We waited so long on this.
And DA is showing no sign of getting in conversation.
It's got another 15 seconds or so on this delegate. Okay, well, it'll get there. It'll get there. But we might need to take a bug here with double agent being out so much. Is this going to be a second game where we just don't get this?
Well, the Perline takes. There's low lights.
Excuse me, friends. I'm gonna be right back. It started raining really hard outside, and my dog needs to get inside. Fail. Fail a blocking. Fail a block.
All right. Well, given I can't show replays, I'm not OP. I don't have opinions. I just do polite indecisiveness. I can have judgments about the path we took into conversation before bugging, but given that we can't show you this, you're just gonna have to deal with that.
All right, I'm back. Wait, what did you say while I was gone?
Chat's just being mean. They're just being mean. Nothing was said. I was as polite as possible while being dumped without any ability to show chat anything on screen. It's fine.
Oh.
Hey, you know that I'm far too nice to ever throw knives. These insinuations.
Oh, you're far too nice. Of course. Sorry about that.
Yeah, of course.
Well, Pofke, again being burned by his reluctance on BB for the second time this set. Oh man, Pofke.
And it's all gonna come down to Terrace.
It is indeed all gonna come down to the most beautiful venue. Dell's on the spy side, playing as Plane Twin.
The most beautiful of twins.
Wow. Poor Bling Twin.
Yeah, Yeah, Bling Twin's trying to just make up for the fact that he's not so intrinsically beautiful as Plain.
What is this? What is this?
Look,
This is terrible. You're terrible, Scout. Let's get going. In 3, 2, 1, playing it.
look, you're the one who's been having fucking opinions about this. There's been enough knives cast this cast that I can join in the casting of knives.
I don't cast knives on aesthetics. poor Bling didn't ask to be this way. They were just drawn that way. Arted that way? Painted that way? I don't really think it counts as drawing when it's modeling.
Anyway, we've got 2 inspects and 1 briefcase. So presumably we're on the lookout for things like Ambassador going to bar and leaving the Prince at bar.
Yeah, which is, you know, wow, look at that. The Ambassador's doing that right now.
And, oh, this banana bread fell apart a little bit, but we've got our green flirt. We're going really well for timing. So we're just happy to sit in this conversation. Our other twin is going to be getting the easy print at bar. I kind of like the idea of going for the difficult and just... I don't know. We might get credit as being the other twin.
3 lowlights for this contact fake. I feel like the players have both been very liberal with their fake contacts, and to some degree it's nice to see fake contacts being utilized more often, but when you have 3 lowlights taken for that, it's really rough.
There's not a ton of highlights around, and we're the only one now. A little unfortunate we hit the white test. It's going to be a little tight now. We've got a minute to get a flirt, a print, and finish statues or a bug. And we're the only highlight.
Yeah, that is definitely a rough place to be. Taking the fake contact is a useful as a misdirection tool, but it can be so hard to complete after that if you actually want to put contact into your game plan. A lot of the time, if you want to do a fake, you want to be playing a game in which you can complete without the contact, so you don't have to do it again. And you want to have the sniper have the ability to know exactly who has the contact. So, you know, one on like ballroom or one of the smaller venues where the sniper is very likely to know exactly who has real.
Banana bread.
Another green contact, another flirt, but there's just nothing else for us. Smallman's out. The only other highlight, 17 seconds on the clock. We need one more mission, but what is Dell's gonna do? That's not gonna get a shot.
And there's going to be overtime now. It's going to be
Go for bug, I guess. He's gonna set up for a bug, and Pofke is of course gonna rotate for it, but the Ambassador doesn't even oblige, and we just run out of time.
Oh, that's a little unfortunate. Yeah, those contacts really kind of killed us. We were one of 5 neutral lights by the end, and
Yeah.
well, it was us as a highlight and 4 neutral lights, and that's just a little unfortunate.
Yep, that does mean that Pofke is on the cusp of potentially winning the set if he can find a spy win on Terrace. But Dells has held so far. We'll see if it can happen again. Salmon. In 3, 2, 1, playing it.
And Pofke has decided that it's bar time. As have a bunch of AIs. I don't know where we are in this queue. It's sometimes nice to get in
Number 2.
on a bar rush, but yeah, we're early enough that we're not wasting a ton of time here.
Gonna slide in next to ST here. Have the delegate option. We could even send it to the Ambassador. Put him right back at bar. Say go back.
Banana bread.
Okay, really early contact. Got to knock out 3 bar visitors, which means I feel like you're not likely to be doing a purloin here. Or
Yeah,
we are. Never mind. I lied. We're just gonna delegate to the Ambassador, who just like slams his briefcase down. Did you see that?
Yeah, I mean, briefcases aren't nice.
Purloin done. It's gonna be only 2 people in this potential, you know, purloin chain. Not because not even the ambassador, right? You know, ambassador can't be the spy. We'll see if Dells notices, but you know, obviously Dells' laser has been very, very concealed this entire set. We'll see if Dells wants to go and shoot for Flirt. It'd be interesting to
It's a
actually see
little
a Twitch bug here from Pofke, but he doesn't go for it.
it's a little unfortunate that Queen, who was the only other bar visitor who I think was out for contact, wasn't Lola. So theoretically, based on lights, it's still down to 2.
Yeah. I mean, Dells is not really reacting with lights at all, if you can help it. So,
I'm presuming that Puffka's plan is to finish Flirt, but that's gonna be getting tight now.
well, ST joins us. 62% in the Flirt now. We'll need a green test for the last one. That could end up very tight, yeah.
I almost feel we need to go away and come back, just not to run the clock down too far, but...
Well, our ST leaves for us, so makes that decision. Wait. Okay, never mind. She's not as nice as all that. Oh, but our Flirt clone wasn't quite done yet, so we couldn't join her immediately at Windows. We had to walk away a little bit.
I wonder whether needing to chase this last Flirt is going to maybe get a shot.
This briefcase, of course, getting us a print. I don't think we're anywhere... I don't think anything in our minds is going to complete prints, right? But we do want to get this last Flirt. It does need to be a green test now, though. If you don't hit the green test, you are just going to time out again. It's a white test. No! No!
96%!
No! He bugs. He goes for it, but Dells, of course, is all over this, is waiting for the overtime to shoot.
Oh. Oh.
And it's a draw. It's a draw. Dells holds a draw.
I feel like that's a fair result, given the level both of these players were playing at.
For sure. I think, you know, Dells maybe got gifted a little bit on the sniper on occasion, but played really strong spy to keep it all even. So really quite impressive from Dells, and solid strong play from both these players. Wow.
Yeah, and a good show.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, personally, I don't really care about the result. You gotta do cool spy plays, and I will be happy.
Indeed, cool spy plays, and we'll be happy. Always true. It's definitely more fun than seeing just people time out over and over again. Although we did see a few timeouts in the second set, but that was not for a lack of trying, for sure.
Sometimes the AI are just mean, and and life becomes sad as spy, especially on Terrace, where it can be so difficult to get hard tells done.